right, so I'm here with Franco for the first time meeting in person. Franco, you and I were having a conversation along with some other awesome people about Excel. Tell me, why do you love Excel?
Oh, love is a strong word. I don't love Excel. I will say that I got the start of my career was in Excel. Basically, I had business partners, executives, directors who were not happy with the data that they were getting out of the systems, and they needed help. So what would they do? They would find some poor soul that was a spreadsheet jockey.
And that was you?
That was me. I was one of those poor fools that said, hey, I can slice and dice this data. And then all of a sudden, they were just like, well, just extract all these reports from all these different systems and VLOOK them VLOOK up across all these sheets, and then answer my questions, you know? But as now I've become an architect, they've become, I call them black boxes.
Okay.
When you think about the branching of all of your architecture, Excel is where it goes to die. Data goes to die in Excel spreadsheets on people's laptops, along with all of their transformation logic. All of the things that they sliced and diced that spreadsheet with are now dead in that spreadsheet on their laptop. How did it get there? No one knows. So that's kind of my gripe with Excel, and it seems like the whole world runs on Excel, and the jokes abound, right?
Well, all roads begin in Excel, and all roads end in Excel, and that for me, that's the truth. No matter what, like, you know, realistically, is for me that, and like the final mile users almost inevitably will use Excel. Whether you like it or not, you can build the greatest BI tool, and I know there's some people that think otherwise, but you can build the greatest BI tool, and it's somehow still going to be exported into Excel, no matter what. But can Databricks do anything about this?
Can we?
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to find out. So,
I think, personally, let's just muse.
Okay.
Not that there's a product that exists or anything already that we can't talk about.
Hypothetically speaking.
Just hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So like, let's take this piece by piece, right?
Okay.
What happens? We in you know, right now in Unity Catalog and Databricks, we capture all the lineage. We know what happens.
Yeah.
We know all the transformations, right? That happens in the workflows and the pipelines. And then when it goes to like Lakeview or any of these dashboards, we know what happens when it gets there.
Yeah.
But what's the first question you get after you make a dashboard?
Can I export this into Excel?
Exactly, right? Because why?
Because it's not quite tailored to your very end users, that final mile. That end user might need something a little bit different, like, oh, I want to see this information a little bit differently. Maybe I need to aggregate it differently. Maybe I need to just see the details. I want to dive into this data.
I need to slice it and dice it.
Yeah.
I need to VLOOK it up on my other data,
yeah,
right? That's not connected to this system, right? Because it's not there. There are all a bunch of different reasons and whys that you have to. Basically, it's follow-up questions. It's like you have follow-up questions that the dashboard didn't answer, and you could do your best as a BI engineer to like create the best dashboard in the world, but time changes, like business changes, environments changes.
Yeah.
I was actually, early in my career, I was hit with various large regulatory changes. So in the 2000s, actually 2008 when Obama went into office, I was in for-profit education.
Okay.
The first thing he went after was for-profit education. And all of a sudden we had massive regulations. All those dashboards and reports that were created 10 years prior, useless.
Overnight, hustle and bustle to be compliant.
And now all of a sudden Excel spreadsheets abound. We need to figure this out, right? And then the amount of spreadsheets on top of spreadsheets that were linked to each other and connected to each other over to finance and marketing, everyone was just operating. And it wasn't just there, then I went to banking. And where did Obama go next after for-profit education? Dodd-Frank stress test, the Dodd-Frank Stress Test Act, DFAST, and then another new amount of regulatory. So the only thing I think that you can count on is change, right?
Okay.
How can you adapt to that, right? How can you be the most flexible? Excel is available on everybody's machine.
Yeah.
Brilliant move by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Just give it away. Just put it on it, just like Power BI.
Yeah.
Just give it away, right? And then everyone's just going to use it, right? They're going to do all of this.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Why search for something else? It's already available.
I got it. Just give it to me in Excel, right? Yeah. I think that if you were to solve this problem, you would have, like, now we have AI, right? Excel was just a set of tools to slice and dice. You had to learn. There are tons of people on social that sell training courses, that sell tips. There are cheat sheets. There is a whole industry behind learning Excel, right? Because it's not like it just comes out of the box, you know how to use Excel, right? You have to learn how to use it. And I haven't even gotten to Visual Basic or VBA.
Please don't remind me of VBA, and it's been such a long time.
The weird and unnatural things that I've had to make VBA do at Excel and Access would cause people nightmares. So I get it, right? Like there's this whole complexity. I think that making users have to learn the gymnastics they have to do these tools. I don't think that's the future.
Okay. So what does the future look like then?
I think if we were to imagineer a product that totally doesn't exist yet and we can't talk about it, that's kind of like a chat room.
Okay.
Where any user can come in and start asking questions about that data. And the domain expert or the analyst or the person who knows the data and the business rules the best built that room with natural language instructions that can be audited by just a regular auditor, right? Someone doesn't have to know a programming language to learn how this tool works. They can just audit plain natural language, right? I can understand this. So we can validate the logic that has gone into this room of data, or kind of like, I don't know, what is something that grants all your wishes? Like if you just...
A genie,
something like that, right?
Genie in a bottle?
A genie in a bottle, in a box.
Okay.
Genie in a box?
Yeah, that's true. I think it's genie in a bottle, yeah. But you can, I guess we can call, I guess if you're looking at things from a computer screen, it would be a genie in a box type of thing.
Yeah, so. Right? Maybe. And it would just answer all of your user questions, but it doesn't stop there.
But this doesn't exist though, right?
I don't know. Maybe not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we just can't talk about it.
No, seems to be the case.
Maybe. But I think that personally, the last thing is we lose all of the last mile transformations that happens in all these spreadsheets, right?
Yeah.
And it's usually there where data quality issues crop up.
Yeah. I was gonna say you don't know, so never happens to anybody. Someone exports a BI dashboard into Excel, and then they do further manipulation with the data. You don't really know how people are using the data. For all you know, there's more steps that are being added after you export it to Excel than your whole ETL pipeline itself. There's no control. Someone leaves the company, someone new comes in. Like, what's this sorcery that someone was working in?
It's all Greek to them.
Yeah.
Right, they're looking at it like, oh, who built this, right? Which madman did this?
Yeah. At some point that was you, the madman did
that. Yeah, I was definitely one of those men. Yes, no, some poor souls. I've had to teach poor souls my crazy logic after I've left companies.
Yeah.
But I think that in the future, not only will a system capture all that last mile transformation so that everybody has full transparency on what happened, right? Because when you have when you have bad data, it's kind of like finding a dead body. And you've got like all these investigators are like investigating the murder, picking up all the clues.
Like,
how did
who
this
did
get
what?
here?
Where did this get broken? Where's no visibility?
Who did this?
Right?
Who done it?
So instead, you're telling me instead of spending time delivering business value, you're paying for your data engineers, data scientists, or your analysts to be reverse engineering things, doing no value to the business.
Yep.
Other than figuring out how did we used to do this regulatory report before.
But this is the way we've always done it.
Yeah.
Right? Just give me my export to Excel. And I'll be fine. I can solve it. I don't need to explain it to you. Just give it to me in Excel and I'll go figure this out, right?
Yeah.
I think that not only bringing that transparency to what happened, how did this dead body get here, right? Like you need to track back who done it. But also, what about all the questions these people are asking? Yeah. What about all the way that they're slicing and dicing this data in this theoretical, hypothetical chat room for data that doesn't exist yet?
No.
What if you could capture all those questions, and what if you could influence the existing set of dashboards or the existing set of pipelines based upon what the users are asking,
So you're saying how could you take such information and basically help empower the rest of your team, not just that specific analyst, but empower the rest of the team downstream to do things that are of value to the business.
Right.
But that doesn't exist.
I mean, if something like this existed, it would be magical almost, right?
Might be a very important thing if such a thing existed. So
Maybe.
yeah.
Well, welcome to Data and AI Summit.
Thank you very much.
Jose.
Very nice to meet you,
It was
man.
great meeting you in person, and I look forward to the news that we have today, this week, all the stuff that we have going on.
Yep. Awesome.